Hello, welcome to my kitchen. My name is Jermaine. Today I'm going to show you how I go about making clean and super cheap almond milk right at home. So based on the formula that I follow, I am going to be making 32 ounces of almond milk, and this is only going to cost me approximately $1.18. And if you were to attempt to buy the same quality of almond milk at a grocery store, same quantity, it would run you approximately $6.50. So this recipe saves you $5 for every 32 ounces of almond milk. So we're going to need some almonds, we're going to need some filtered water, and we are going to also need some salt. And you also will need a milk bag to strain the almonds. So first thing you do is, for this recipe, people have different recipes, but for my recipe, what I like to do is I soak 3/4 cups of raw almonds in filtered water. Okay, so I've got my water filter, which is a zero water filter right there. And I soak that, just cover it with plastic wrap or whatever you want, and let it sit on your kitchen counter for at least 6 hours. In this case, I let it sit overnight. And then once you're ready to go, you are just going to strain the almonds. So we'll go ahead and get all the water out of there. And then we are going to put the almonds into our blender. And I've got, it does help if you have a strong and powerful blender for this. So this is a Ninja that has, like, as you can see, like stacks and multiple and layers of blades, which will really help for pulverizing the almonds. But you can still do it even with a less powerful blender as well. The other thing you want to do is you make sure you wash your hands. I already did that before I started the video. And then we're going to fill this up with 4 cups of water. So I am just going to go ahead and fill that up. And I'm filming this in real time also, no edits, no cuts, because I want you to see just how easy it is to make your own almond milk. So there's really no reason for you to either be shelling out a ton of money and then also exposing your body to some of the potentially nasty ingredients that tend to be in store-bought almond milk. So we're gonna pop the blender on here. I'm just gonna quickly adjust my camera so that you can get a better view. There we go. So we've got that. Now for the salt, I am using pink salt for this. And I like to put half a teaspoon of pink salt. I find that half a teaspoon is just enough to get the flavor. Less than that, I feel like it tastes a little bit flat. So half a teaspoon. And we'll cover that up. And then we'll blend this on high for approximately 1 to 2 minutes. Okay, so let's go. All right, so now we're done with that. The next step is to go ahead and strain out the pulp. So for this, what I do is I take the milk bag, place that in my bowl. I take out this piece from the blender, and I just go ahead and I pour everything straight into the milk bag. There we go. And then you just want to secure the bag, so pull on the string. And as you can see, we've got the milk coming together. Maybe you can't see it too well, but it's coming together. And then you just squeeze that out gently. So this is, again, another reason why it's so important to wash your hands, because since this is homemade milk and there are no preservatives in there, so your materials, your hands, everything must be as clean as possible. And so you just squeeze, and squeeze as much of the milk as you can. There we go. And put that in there. Wash off our hands. And I'm going to give my camera one final adjustment. Here we go. All right. And now for the final piece, we've got our storage bottle, we've got our funnel, and we're just going to pour the milk. And there you have it. So some days I can get a little bit more out of it. So sometimes it's filled up all the way. It really depends on my arm strength that day. So the harder you squeeze, the more you can get out of this. So I'll see if I can't squeeze out just a little bit more, because typically that should be a lot fuller than it was. And yeah, you just need to put some elbow grease into it. All right, not today, people. But you get the idea. So that's how you go about making your almond milk. And that took us, what, maybe barely 5 minutes, right? So the longest part is the soaking, but the good thing is you're just doing that while you're sleeping or while you're going about your day. The other thing that I wanted to mention here is, like I said, there are no preservatives. So this will last in the fridge for about 5 days. So it will stay fresh in the fridge for about 5 days. Beyond that, you will expect the flavor to start turning a little bit, and it'll get sour. And you'll also notice with this is that this is going to settle. So every time you use it, you do want to shake it, because it is going to settle and separate, which is normal. This is what homemade looks like. Store-bought stuff, typically they've filtered out a lot more. So, you know, the milk bag got some pulp. There's some pulp in there. And so we got as much as we could, but it's not industrial strength necessarily. But I prefer this because I do feel like the flavor is better. I think the consistency is better. And the other reason why it's so much better for you to make your own is because you then have control over the flavor. So if you wanted this to be vanilla almond milk, then you would just go ahead and throw in a little bit of vanilla. But I do mine super simple. If you wanted it to actually be sweetened in some way, you could. You also have control over that aspect of things. And last but not least, the good thing is not only are there no preservatives in this, also there are no thickeners, because a lot of the store-bought brands, they try to mimic cow's milk. So cow's milk tends to be a little thicker than most plant-based milks, right? And so they'll put things like thickeners, some gums in there to give it more of that texture. And then depending on the brand you buy, you might even see things like sunflower oil in your almond milk. And the thing with that is, I think that is also an attempt to still try to mimic a thicker consistency. But the problem is you're now combining oil with water, and oil and water don't mix. So guess what else you now have to put in there? You have to put an emulsifier, because an emulsifier is something that allows oil and water to mix and to create basically an emulsion. So aesthetically, it looks nice, but for your health, it's not the best thing, because emulsifiers, from what I've come to understand, are pretty much like just putting detergent in your system. And what the detergents do, they break down a lot of gunk. And unfortunately, when you put an emulsifier in your system, it's essentially doing something similar to your gut. So one more reason to not even bother. Just make your own if you can in under 5 minutes. Lastly, before I wrap up, the math on this. So what I also do, and I forgot to mention this, is when it comes to the almonds, so I get my almonds from Costco. And what I do is I get the 3-pound bag of Kirkland almonds, right? So this 3-pound bag costs about $14. Out of this $14 bag of almonds, I'm able to get approximately 12 of these bottles of almond milk. So if you did the math, basically With my recipe, I'm getting 12 bottles of almond milk for $14.16. If you were to buy this at the store, like from a really clean brand that only used water, almonds, and salt, nothing else, you would be paying about $78 for 12 bottles, for 12 servings. So you're saving 63 bucks. So yet another reason why I feel it's worth taking the time to make this. So that's it for the video. I hope you found this helpful. If you have your own little twist on almond milk or something else that you do differently, share in the comments. If this has given you some motivation to go ahead and start making your own, share your comments. Any questions, also in the comments section. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.